Hi everyone. I'm going to do something a little bit different today. I'm going to be doing a review of Martial Club's second most recent video because they already put out a behind the scenes of this. But their second most recent video is the tribute to Fist of Fury, which was first done by Bruce Lee and then kind of reiterated by Jet Li. I think also Donnie Yen did a version of it. I haven't seen that one, but I would like to see that one. They do it. They do the scene from Fist of Fury, the famous dojo scene. So, and they do it pretty well. This also got shared, by the way, by Michelle Yeoh, and just wow. I mean, if you get shared by Michelle Yeoh, you're probably impressive. So, and they really are impressive. I mean, I've seen them for a long time, and watching them kind of go from okay to just this high amount of skill is really great to see. But anyway, I wanted to give a little background to the scene for those who don't know, because I thought the history was very interesting. So when the scene takes place during this time, it's 1910, and the Japanese are occupying China. They're also occupying, I believe, Korea at this time as well. So, and that's kind of left a good amount of tension between the two countries, from China and Japan, and Korea and Japan as well. So, and when Chen Zhen enters the dojo, he carries this sign. It says, I believe it says, like it did in the movie, "Sick Men of Asia." And the sick men of Asia insult isn't to be thought of as sick as in you're diseased or leprous or anything like that. It's actually kind of understood as sickly or weak, because China is not the occupying force, but Japan is. So if Japan has dominated China, obviously to them they're the sick men of Asia. So it's really quite an insult and kind of disturbing too. And so that's basically where the scene takes place. And of course, Martial Club has done these comedic videos. They've also done some dramatic videos. Like before this release, they did Ip Man, who was Bruce Lee's Wing Chun teacher, and now made famous pretty much all around by Donnie Yen. And so the video they just released actually took a year to release for whatever reason, but they ended up releasing Ip Man first. So in a way, they honored the teacher before the student, which was really cool, I thought. So I don't know if they knew that. Maybe they did. Maybe they thought about it afterwards. So that happens sometimes. Yeah. So the scene, eventually they get Chenten gets to this boss, this general Fujita, who killed his master. So he's out. Jensen's out for revenge. But instead of taking the route of like a French flick, where either is like this successful, like that at the end of Fist of Fury, it kind of goes a different way. And the two writers, who were Daniel and Andy, really, I think, did a great job in kind of showing, because it's not really about these two guys. Um, it's really about the Chinese and the Japanese people, and so it's like these two conflicting uh, people still going at it. And so they show it in a way, and it ends in a way where there is left a mutual respect for one another. And so they did it in a very great way with martial arts and showing the different styles. Uh, I think Brian trained in it was either Shotokan or a different style of karate for a little while. So he incorporates that when he's General Fujita. And Andy, I know, trained in Wushu and Kung Fu for quite some time before he was introduced to tricking, and he's continued actually after that, taking on Kung Fu as well. So they're both showing these two styles, two people, and so it was very great. I liked the ending. I thought so. Good job to Daniel and Andy for that writing, and good job to Brian, who's always impressing me. Like he's always doing something new, and Andy too. I mean, Andy's really fantastic, and so is Daniel Ma, and because Daniel Ma brings like a very traditional style, so it's very interesting to see. But anyway, that's my review. I hope you guys go check it out. It's really great. So, yeah, enjoy.